All right, shalom, shalom. I'm going to start off this video giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKodash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of the great millstone that rule well, teach well while learning truth, 100% according to the Bible. I also want to say shalom to the elect, the 144,000 men, prophet, servants scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And shalom to you, Akwaf, which are you few sisters out there that are sincere in your children. Shalom. And in today's video, as you can see, is going to be building off of this video I got here from the brother, the Hopeful Elect 3. And as you can see from the title of it, it says the fate of Babylon the Great. And we know, according to the scriptures, that this place of Babylon the Great, which is, the US of A, will be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. You see, that's prophetic and that will happen, man. And we are fastly approaching that time. So I'm going to get straight into this video. And we're going to basically listen to it, and then I'm going to grab a few precepts, and Abaratazai be edifying. But with that being said, fair use. I'm not getting paid for this video. Fair use.
Movies like this that have me paranoid all the time. Once I go down that rabbit hole of nukes and things like that, things that can completely end the world, things we can do nothing about, that make me feel helpless, stresses me out. Movies like this, it just mess me up. What do y'all think? You think we're living in a time where we're going to see nukes drop? Because what's one drop? It's nothing.
All right. And we hear what it is Jake is saying just for the little bit of the video I did allow to play. And we are definitely living in the times where Yahweh is going to use these missiles, because ultimately that's why these things were put in the earth. These missiles ultimately were not created just to be sent in silos collecting dust, man. And that's what a lot of these people don't understand, that Yahweh has these weapons on the earth for a specific reason. And they're going to be used to bring forth the Lord's judgment, man. You see, ultimately upon this place America, which we know various places are going to get hit, but this place America is going to get it the worst, man. You see, as it tells us right here, I'm going to grab Isaiah 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith, which is going into the scientists that blow up the coals in the fire. Yahweh have given them the technology and the knowledge to be able to split the atom in half, you see, and ultimately to bring forward all these different elements and components, right? To ultimately to create this weapon, man. It says in that bring forth an instrument for his work. Whose work? The Lord's work, because these are ultimately his weapons, right? And I have created the waster to destroy, man. And that's exactly what this missile is going to do in the near future, man. The Lord is going to allow this thing to destroy. And the main place that's going to get it the worst, you see, by these missiles are America, man. You see, this place is going to be completely eradicated, man, from off of the face of the earth, man, when the Lord ultimately allows these missiles to be shot over here to this place, man. Right, as it tells us right here, let me grab that precept real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, right, an assembly of great nations from the north country, right? That's going to be Russia, right, China, you see, and all of these other different various countries that are all in alliance, right, along with America's allies, right? And they shall set themselves in array against her, right? From thence she shall be taken. Then their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert, man. None shall return in vain, right? And those arrows are a dark sand for the missiles, man. You see, once all of these countries join in together and the Lord put the spirit on them to shoot their missiles over here to America, that's exactly what's going to happen, man. These missiles are going to come over here and they're not going to be shot in vain, because guess what? They're going to ultimately hit their target. You see, which is over here in America. This place is going to be eradicated, man. You see, it tells us that in the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, right? I'm going to go straight to the point. Verse, 10. So bear with me while I pull that up real quick through the spirit, and I'm going to read it. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens, right, talking about Esau's rulership, shall pass away with the great noise. That's going to be done by the thermonuclear war that's going to take place on earth. And the elements, right, everything over here in this place, America, Babylon the Great, consists of elements, whether it's the human body, whether it's water, whether it's these trees, the grass, everything that you see when you look around, when you go outside, is all consists of elements, right? Shall melt with fervent heat, right? Everything over here in this land is going to be melted, man, destroyed, you see? done away with. You see, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up, man. You see, this is ultimately the day that's coming, as it tells us in Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. Let me grab that. It says, for behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. That's the day when the Lord going to put the spirit on these nations to shoot these missiles off, man. And all the proud, right? Yea, and all that do wickedly, right? The 2/3 of the nation of Israel, right along with these heathens, shall be stubble, right? People are going to be destroyed, man. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So, yeah, we're definitely living in a time where Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to allow these missiles to be used, man. You see, and it's fastly approaching, because that's ultimately what's going to happen when the Third World War, which we already in the beginning stages of it, once it heats up to the point it's going to get to real soon, hey, the Lord going to put the spirit on these nations to use these missiles, man. You see, that's ultimately why they're in the earth, because they play a major part in prophecy, and they ultimately play a part in this place America being judged, man, right? And I'm gonna grab that precept real quick as well. You see, I'm gonna go to Isaiah chapter 13. I'm gonna start at verse 17. It says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, right? The Russians, right along with these other armies and nations that are all gonna come in unison against Babylon and the land of Israel over there, where those Amalekites are, because we know that ultimately, you know, two places are going to get hit the worst, which is going to be over there where those 1948ers are, and also here in America. But we know that the land of Israel will be inhabited again, but America will not be inhabited again. This place is going to be ultimately completely annihilated, man, after World War III. So it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. You see, because these nations, when this time comes, when the Lord puts the spirit on them to use these weapons, hey, they ain't going to be regarding any money. They're not going to be caring about what America ultimately has to offer or to say. Hey, they're going to just, you know, be in the spirit of wanting to eradicate this place, to destroy it, right? And that's going to be the spirit of the Lord upon them, you see, because the Lord is ultimately the one that's judging this place, and he's going to use these nations to do it. Right? Why do you think it's saying Proverbs 21:1 that the king's heart, meaning his mind, is in the hands of the Lord? As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the Lord is ultimately going to put the spirit on these nations all to come against America and the land of Israel. You see, where those Amalekites are. You see? But it says, verse 18, their bows, right, also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. That's talking about those missiles, because once they get shot over here to America, hey, if you're not of the Lord's remnant, the elect, if you don't get beamed up via the chariots, because that's ultimately going to be your only way of escaping this nuclear destruction that's going to come upon America. You got to be delivered via the chariots. You see, which our Lord Yahweh Shai is going to be in right along with the heavenly angels. You see, and Lord's willing, we pray and hope that we're a part of that number, that we're ultimately able to be delivered and to escape this judgment that we know is soon going to happen upon America, right? But it says, verse 19, and Babylon, right, the glory of kingdoms, right? This place, the US of A, man, right? The greatest kingdom that has ever been, man, right? It says, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know how Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighboring cities, which were 5, we know how they were destroyed, man, via fire and brimstone. The same way the Lord is going to judge this place, America, man, right? It says, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. You see, because like I said, after the Third World War, this place, America, is going to be a forbidden zone, man. Nothing is going to ultimately inhabit this land but desert creatures, man, as it tells you on down in the next verse I'm going to read, right? But ultimately, nobody is going to be able to step foot over here in America. This place is going to be a wasteland, a forbidden zone. You see, this place is going to be the place where the Lord ultimately brought judgment upon, man. That's what this place is going to be, a memorial. Just like Sodom and Gomorrah was a memorial in its time. You see, this place, America, is going to be a forever monument, man. You see, of ultimately the nations that, you know, went against Yahweh Shem Yahushua and how the Lord judged them, man. You see, just like the Lord is going to judge this place, just like he judged all of those other different, you know, wicked places of old, man. Sodom and Gomorrah, when they were judged, right along when the Lord brought the flood, which was the first death due to all of the wickedness, you see. And that's ultimately why the Lord is going to judge this place, America, because all of the wickedness that goes on in this place, man. You see. But I'm going to read verse 21. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. So, like I said, desert creatures, ultimately animals that can, survive nuclear radiation. They're going to be the only things left dwelling here in the land of America after the fire and the smoke clears, you see, because it's going to burn for a very long period of time over here. Then the smoke is eventually going to clear out, and you see, and it's going to go away. And then this place is just going to be a complete desert, man. It's going to look like the Grand Canyon over here, you see, but without rocks, man. It's just going to be a wasteland, you see. But I'm going to actually get into Revelation chapter 18 as well, right? Because like I said, it goes in detail about how the Lord is going to judge this place and ultimately why he's going to judge it, right? Revelation chapter 18, and I start at verse 1. And it says, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lighted with his glory. Verse 2, and he cried mightily with the strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird, right? Those desert creatures that's going to dwell in this place, right? Verse 3, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. You see, through the philosophies of this place, America, you see, that's how all of these nations are in power, man. Majority of all of these countries, really all of them that you see prospering throughout planet Earth, they're all in the position that they are in because they have taken on the philosophies of Babylon the Great, America. You see, they have done business, you see, through trading and things like that with this country, which is ultimately why they're in the position they're in, right? So it says, verse 4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, right? And that's ultimately what's going to happen before the nuclear destruction happens. You see, the Lord is going to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel out of this place, Babylon, America, before those missiles hit, right? So that's going to go into the beaming up process of the elect, right? Verse 5, it says, for her iniquities have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Like I said, the wickedness that goes on in this place, America. You see, from how Esau Edom founded this place on bloodshed, robbery, and murder. Also to, everything else that goes on in this place. I mean, this place promotes everything that goes against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. You see, they promote adultery in this place. They promote Moism. You see, being a sodomite. You see, everything that's wicked, man, this place, America, it exalts and it holds it up to a high standard. So, hey, this place's wickedness has reached into the heavens, man, and the Lord is tired of this place. That's why he's going to judge this place the way he's going to judge it, man, because of all of the wickedness, right? Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works. And the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Right? Verse 7. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. You see, and that's what these Babylonians feel, right along with these Edomites. You see, these elites. They feel as though America cannot be touched, you see, because America has ultimately never been bombed or never had to go through any different type of, adversity like these other countries, you see. Like you go to certain areas, in the Middle East. I mean, they're used to people, sending rockets over their country every day, man, because they're continuously at war over there. But this place, America, has not ultimately had to, deal with, bombs flying over here or things like that. But hey, it's coming, right? This is verse 8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord power to judge her. Right, verse 9, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, right? And ultimately these nations, these heathens, they're not going to lament, which means to cry for this place, America, because they love this place. They're going to lament, you see, or mourn, is because they know that once this place goes down, that, hey, they go down as well, man. Because like I said, the reason that all of these countries are in power and ruling the way that they're ruling is because of America, man. You see, this place has made all of those nations rich. So once this place goes down, guess what? These other heathen nations, they're going to go down as well. Because what does it say in 2nd Ezra 6 and 9? For Esau is the end of the world, right? Because once these missiles get launched off, Esau's world is going to end, right? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, right? So our Lord Yahweh Shah, he's going to establish his kingdom upon earth after this third world war and these missiles get used and Esau's queendom goes down. You see, none of you heathen nations are going to be next in power to rule, man. The Israelites are going to take the seat next, man, and rule forever. You see, that's what's coming after this place America goes down. You see, but this is verse 10. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. You see, and Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to erase this place from off of the face of the earth quick. You see, ultimately it took these devils 250 years. As of next year, it'll be the 250th year of America. It took them all this time to build this country up to the point that it's at, all for the Lord to, topple it all down in an hour, man. That's how quickly Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to judge this place, man. You see, and like I said, he's going to use those missiles right along with the chariots, you see, that are going to be shooting out laser beams to judge this place, man. That's what's coming for America. You see, but ultimately, a nuclear war will take place. That's a part of prophecy, man. You see? So I'm going to get back into the video, right? And we're just going to continue to watch the rest of it, right? But hey, that's what's coming, man. You see, these missiles ultimately will be used. That's the purpose that they play being in this earth, man. You see, they're put here to be used. They're not put here to just, ultimately sit in museums and, look good and things like that. No, man, the Lord is going to ultimately put the spirit on these nations real soon to use these missiles, man. Right? So bear with me. Pull back up the video real quickly, right? And we're going to get straight back into it.
Of nukes and things like that, things that can completely end the world, things we can do nothing about, that make me feel helpless, stresses me out. Movies like this, that just mess me up. What do y'all think? We living in a time where we're going to see nukes drop? Because once one drop, there's nothing nobody can do about it. It's over for all of us. Everybody going to start dropping them. End of the world. Things like that scare me. You're going out living your life, trying to make your money, doing your thing, and it could be all for nothing because this could be a goddamn reality. Tell me y'all thoughts, man. I think we're living in a time where this is actually possible. We're going to see it in our lifetime.
Right. And we hear what it is Jake is saying. And yeah, we're absolutely in those times where we're going to see these things happening. You see, these missiles are going to be used real soon, man. You see, in the coming days, weeks, and months, man, whenever Yahweh Shem Yahushua ultimately, allows things to intensify to the level they're going to get to soon come. These missiles are definitely going to be used, man. So with that being said, Lord's willing, I pray this video be edifying. Just something quick through the spirit. To the next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect. Shalom.